the boogie, set up, drop the boogie. Ball with the ball, the bang, the dang, diggy, 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 set the boogie, set up, drop the boogie. Ball with the ball, the bang, the dang, diggy, 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 set the boogie, set up, drop the boogie.
Hello, welcome ladies and gentlemen to Watkins Glen for race 16, chase race number 2 of season 4 of the Namar Mountain Dew Voltage Cup Series. Last week, Peggy Bowling fought her way through traffic at Michigan to capture her first win of the season and take the points lead after one race, but it's only been one race. We still have 9 to go, and the road courses can be a big part of that. Alan Cavanero, who had the pit because of fuel last week, starts on the pole today at one of his hometown tracks. As he lives in Connecticut, this is in New York. It's kind of one of his closer hometown tracks. And I hope to get his first career win ever. And in the series, I should say. Yeah, first career win ever in the series. And hopes to bounce back after a bad Michigan race. To reveal today's sponsor, this is going to be the San Andreas 355K. Or 355, we'll just call it. That's the big earthquake movie. Besides Alan Cavanero's, Carol Morton. Row 2, Michael Amato and Chaser Greg Lyons. Row 3 is Benjamin Dion and Kate Rogers. Row 4, John Lanier, Stephanie Manas. And in Row 5, Logan Scott and Nolan Bergeron. Road course expert Steve Cavallo starts in 11th. Part-timer Sean Harple 13th. Season 2 champ Nico Gigali 14th. And Cody Russell 15th. Zachary Rogers in 17th. Austin House 18th. Michael Naylor 19th. Allison Rogers 23rd, Peter Sands 24th, part-timer Robert Rogers 28th, Michael Santos 32nd, Benjamin Tilton 36th, Michael Parker 37th, Peggy Bowling going to start 40th today, so she will most likely lose the points lead. Eric Carl starting 41st, and Karen Riera 42nd. Get you to the start of the race in a moment. Getting ready to go, green flag racing. As you see the field cross by, green flag is out. Outside line did not get as much as an advantage as last time, but Greg Lyons stuck it right behind Carol Morton. Michael Amato did not get going. Cavanero and Carol Morton battling it in, and Lyons gets in the Cavanero. They spun out. Nolan Bergeron stopping on the track. And that's going to cost Cavanero as he gets in the wall. He spins it. Frank Hopkins, Michael Santos, Nolan Bergeron were all around. Cavanero wrecked himself out of frustration. Him and Greg Lyons' days are pretty much done. Somebody else just spun out. And it looked like it was Stephanie Manas and somebody else. Stephanie Manas and Michael Amato have wrecked now. They're pretty much single file back here, but what is the case up front? Carol Morton has pulled away in the lead. Kate Rogers in second. Dion third. Adam Rogers fourth. John Linares fifth. Logan Scott sixth. Nico Gigali seventh. Eighth and ninth, Cavallo, Cody Russell, and 10th, Zachary Rogers. Cavanero already fighting his way back through the field here, as is Greg Lyons. Oh, we got a big wreck up here. Tony Vieira, Cody Russell. Oh, Cody Russell's upside down. What happened to Cody Russell? Zachary Rogers is involved. Now Cavanero with a ton of damage and They're doing it for the first time ever in Mountain Dew Village Cup Series history. They are calling it a race restart, and all drivers are going to be allowed to bring out their backup cars. Alright, so this is our second and only other attempt, and somebody blew up in the back of the pack. I don't know who. Green flag is out nonetheless. Carol Morton getting the advantage this time. As everybody spreads out, Cavanero doesn't get himself wrecked this time. I don't know if somebody had problems, but there's a big single file line going through the pack here. Cavanero staying behind Carol Morton. As we had Amato and Vanas wreck. Zachary Rogers going way off the track there. They are racing insane right now. Cavanero trying to stick it behind Carol Morton. Almost 3 wide back here. They are 3 wide right here. And Robert Rogers is going to get in the Ryan Shea. And they are going to wreck out already at this one. So Ryan Shea, Robert Rogers are done. Here's the trouble spot. And oh, Benjamin Tilton, Ricky, Scott Greeny, Frank Hopkins. Those drivers all just had problems there. Getting in the wall over there can be a problem too. Carol Morton leading the first lap. Cavanero behind in third, down behind Greg Lyons. Shea is done. Robert Rogers is done. Looks like Michael Parker's going to be done. Scott Greeny's going into the pits. But Carol Morton leading strong right now. There's your top 10 running right there. But Mayhem, this time not as much, so they are going to call this race the official race. Unsure when pit stops are going to be. Seems like Cavanero does not have the car, or perhaps maybe the skill. Greg Lyons, a rookie, still looking for his first win on the season. He came in as one of the most consistent drivers in the chase. As we watch the guys back here, seeing if anybody will have any problems. And Michael Parker seems to have some major problems. As now Kate Rogers will go by Alan Cavanero for third. Cavanero lucky though, right now his only chase competition is Greg Lyons. But Carol Morton putting on a dominating show. Seems Kate Rogers might have something for them. Who knows what will happen after pit stops? Is Michael Parker going to be able to make it to pit road before these guys catch him? And I would say that is tough to determine at this point. As you can see, the dirt he has kicked up. But it looks like he will make it back. Sean Harpo doing a good job so far, but they're all pretty much single file. Nobody really making a move. Oh, Henrietta Fitzwater and Jim Morton almost wrecked. So we saw Michael Parker just go in pit road. Carol Morton still leading. Let's look at the lap times from that lap. Kate Rogers fastest of the top three. Everybody else behind slower. Besides Adam Rogers, next fastest lap. But they're just mostly racing it out right now, trying to gain on each other. Cavanero seems to be maybe holding up Stephanie Vanas. And Stephanie Ross is indeed being held up. As you can see, she is looking to get by Cavanero for fourth. Cavanero knows that Benjamin Dion, another chaser behind, though, in sixth. Jen Jolinair's in eighth. But Peggy Bowling, who came into the race leading the points, looks like Benjamin Tilton had pit. Peggy Bowling is back here all the way outside the top 30. And as for Zachary Rogers, he is currently in 16th, as Cody Russell looking to get by Nico Tringali. And Nico Tringali falls off. Whoa, he almost came back right into Zachary Rogers. And oh, something happened to Michael Santos. Something happened to Michael Santos and Michael Beeson. Peggy Bowling involved too, it seems. Let's take a quick break to see what happened to these drivers. Remember, we saw something like this in the part-timers race. Santos went in hard trying to get by Sean Galligan, and Galligan got into him because Santos drove so hard. They both get into the tire barrier. Peggy Bowling, nowhere to go, gets into him. And how the heck did he flip over like that? And he flips over, and then it looks like he'll go for a little ride here. He'll land upside down. My question is why did Michael Beeson come to pit road? Where is Michael Beeson anyway? So there's Michael Beeson. I don't know if he's making a regularly scheduled stop or if he just decided to come to pit road, but anyway, let's get back to your regular scheduled live action, I should say. Let's get back to live action. Back to live action here. Kate Rogers, Greg Lyons both gaining on Carol Morton. These drivers back here are all pretty much gaining on her too. Kate Rogers falling back a bit on that turn, but Cavanero seems to have maybe gotten back a little something. Kate Rogers does have the fastest lap time on the day. As everybody is back to being single file again. Peggy Bowling still continuing. Frank Hopkins. Frank Hopkins on pit road now. Don't really know why. But now Greg Lyons with the fastest lap out of the top three. Actually, Cavanero faster than all of these guys. And he's running in fourth. He was way faster than Kate Rogers last time by. As we're almost halfway through this thing. And it's turned out to be a very interesting race. And now Eric Caralla was perhaps maybe what happened to to Frank Hopkins, and I don't know why I keep almost saying Ricky Stenhouse. But it seems that was the problem. Eric Caralla will pit. Carol Morton, though, still leading Greg Lyons looking. And pit stops could very well decide who wins this race. It seems clear that the top three do have the fastest cars. Dion has a good car, but it is worn off a little bit here. As they approach the halfway lap in the San Andreas 355. Greg Lyons still right there. And as we complete this lap, Carol Morton was faster. And Cavanero was almost right on with her lap. Stephanie Manasse was actually faster than Carol Morton. Michael Amato was faster too. So all these drivers trying their very hardest to stay in range of Carol Morton. This track has so many turns and you have so many chances to pass. As it looks like Michael Amato is trying to get by Benjamin Dion. Amato will be running this scheme in all the road courses throughout the chase. And now Karen Vieira looking to go by Eric Caralla. As the field has definitely spread out considerably. We're going to take a quick break and be back shortly. We are back and we checked to see if these guys can make it on fuel. And we looked and we saw that we were running 1X, the fuel is 29 laps. On 2X, that's going to be 14 and a half. So they are going to either pit on lap 10 to 12, or they're going to try to stretch it out and maybe run out of fuel on the last lap. Right now, Carol Morton still leads. Greg Lyons second. Kate Rogers third. Fourth, Cavanero. Fifth, Stephanie Manasse. Sixth, Dion. Seventh, Amato. Eighth, Linares. Ninth, Carvalho. And 10th is Adam Rogers. No other mishaps as far as we know of, as everybody's pretty much running single file. It's just all going to be about how you manage your worn tires here, as we have 6 laps to go. Last time by, as you can see, they are getting into the 145s now. And Cavanero and Vanasse were the fastest that time by. Actually, Dion was fastest out of anybody in the top 10. Him and Amato had the best laps. So the top 10 drivers or you could say the top 7, are making sure they don't lose ground on the leader. Let's go on board with Alan Cavanero here. So you can see how hard he's fighting to try to stay within reach of the top 3, who seem to have closed within each other now. And Carol Morton is pitting. Pit stops. Carol Morton pit. I see Adam Rogers going to pit too. So some drivers believe they cannot make it to the end. Greg Lyons to take the lead for now. Kate Rogers second, third Cavanero, fourth Vanas, fifth Dion, sixth Amato, seventh Linares, eighth Steve Cavallo, ninth Nolan Bergeron, and 10th is Logan Scott. Peter Sands and Sean Galligan also pitting. Now Carol Morton has fresh tires. She decided to pit really early. And if the others have to pit, that will translate into her winning the race since she has those fresher tires. Stephanie Vanas now looking to get by Alan Cavanero. Cavanero shutting the door. Cavanero zooming in really quickly here on the 22. Will any of them try to stretch it, or if they can even stretch it? So Greg Lyons is coming out of the boot. You can see the top 8. Within range of each other. And it looks like they're all coming to pit. Everybody coming in pit road now. I don't see one driver staying out. Carol Morton had decided to pit a little earlier than these guys. Will they try to take strategy here? Here comes Carol Morton. 4 laps to go. Her and Adam Rogers. Everybody coming out of pit road. There's Greg Lyons. And there's Kate Rogers. Here comes Carol Morton, though. Greg Lyons. Can he block Carol Morton here? And it looks like he will be able to. Greg Lyons taking the lead on pit stops. Carol Morton second. Kate Rogers third. Stephanie Manas fourth. Cavanero fifth. But Adam Rogers looking for fifth. And sixth, seventh Michael Amato. Eighth Benjamin Dion. Ninth John Linares. And 10th Steve Cavallo. And now Dion going up over the grass. Now Adam Rogers will pass Cavanero for fifth. Carol Morton all over the back bumper of Greg Lyons here with 4 laps to go, as we will take one more quick break to be back for the battle to the end. Carol Morton just took the lead in the previous turn there when we went to go to break, and now she is pulling away from Greg Lyons. Will Eric Harala get in her way? Adam Rogers closing in on Stephanie Manas. But now Carol Morton pulling away, even though she just put down a 146.243. She's pulling away from Greg Lyons and Kate Rogers. She has pulled way away from Greg Lyons since she passed him. So Carol Morton is in the position of a race to lose here. She has deserved this win. 3 laps to go. Can she hang on? Greg Lyons is the top chaser at the moment, as Carol Morton is catching Eric Harala. What will happen here? And Carol Morton did get hung up a little bit, but she will go by the number 4 car, as the next highest chaser is Cavanero in 6th, after Lyons in 2nd, Dion in 8th, Zachary Rogers in 12th, Cody Russell 13th, Logan Scott 14th, Michael Naylor in 15th, 17th Nico Tringali, 19th is Austin Howes, there's Tilton in 22nd, but he hasn't pit yet, I don't believe. Peter Sands back here, and others. There's Kate Rogers and some other drivers catching up to Eric Harala here. But Carol Morton is going, and gone. 2 laps to go. She is way out ahead of Greg Lyons. These other 3 here trying to hunt down the top 2, but time is just running short. It's surprising none of these drivers are running. They just stop for fuel, it seems, and maybe some right side or left side tires. You're turning right mostly here, so I'd hope that they took left sides. Greg Lyons trying to catch up to Carol Morton, as the white flag will be in the air this time by. A kind of boring race here at Watkins Glen, but there was pit strategy and passing, so this race will probably remain next season. Who knows if it will be in the chase or not. And the season opener is under debate too, as though this year, even though this series has always opened up at Daytona, the Namar Elites opens up at Daytona, and we might change venue to perhaps Talladega or Armory Digital or something like that. Maybe Auto Club. I don't know yet. Anyway, Carol Morton leading, and Greg Lyons is gaining ground on her. We see how far back Eric Harala has fallen. There he is. Benjamin Dion has now fallen to 10th. Coming out of the boot, Carol Morton leads it. 2 more turns to go. Herself and her son have not had the best season, and none of the 3 Mortons have won. But now that will be erased. Carol Morton's going to win it at Watkins Glen. Greg Lyons will be second, Kate Rogers third, Stephanie Vanas fourth, and Adam Rogers fifth. We will see you guys next week at Indianapolis for a whole crapload of racing. Till then, hope you enjoyed today's race at Watkins Glen. Carol Morton is the winner of the San Andreas 355.